Hey everybody, this is Mike with KeepCasual.com and our video review for Fairytale Fights for the Xbox 360. What if, instead of eating the poison apples, Snow White busted out a meat cleaver and sliced the evil witch clear in half? Sure, the story would be short and we probably would have never seen the awesome glass coffin, but it sure would be entertaining nonetheless. Fairytale Fights, out now for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, takes that thought process and applies it to several fairytale characters, resulting in not just a fractured fairytale, but a pounded, slashed, burned, blown up, impaled, and melted fairytale. The story involves several literary characters, Little Red Riding Hood, Snow White, the King with No Clothes, and Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk. They have lost their luster and are now all but forgotten. The foursome then decide to regain their status as Fairytale Land's hottest stars and go on a journey to help other fairytale characters who may be in trouble. They go about this by slicing and dicing through anyone that stands in their way. The concept is pretty ingenious. Take two polar opposites, you got your cutesy cartoonish characters, and over-the-top violence, and mesh them together. While the effort put forth in Fairytale Fights is commendable, the end result is fun, but it really could have been so much more. You control your character via the left thumbstick, and the right thumbstick is used to attack. The other buttons on the Xbox 360 controller are for picking up and throwing weapons, using potions, blocking, etc. The controls are basic and easy for the casual gamer to get used to. Unfortunately, things can get a bit chaotic in the game, and it's easy to lose track of what your character is doing. This is due to two factors: the camera angle and the sheer amount of enemies. If you're surrounded by enemies and you're getting knocked around, you're in for a really quick death. Luckily, the game has infinite lives, so dying in the game really doesn't become a problem. The game can get pretty repetitive as you're just doing the same things over and over again, killing the bad guys, move to the next area, kill more bad guys, but they put enough in the game so that it doesn't get overly boring. You have at your disposal over 140 weapons, ranging from swords to shotguns, and all the way to candy canes and toy bunnies. In one particular instance, I was killing people with a swordfish. When I came across a battle axe, I decided to ditch my swordfish by throwing it at an enemy. Swordfish then impaled the guy through the chest, yet he continued coming at me, leading him to be quickly dispatched by my new battle axe. The point of that story is that this series of events made me laugh, which is a very difficult thing to do in video games. So I suppose that if I laughed, that meant I was having fun. One of the aspects that makes all the difference in this game is the multiplayer mode. While the game is fun for a while if you're playing by yourself, it can get stale kind of quickly. But the game was not meant to be played alone. You can join upwards of 3 friends, either online or offline, and duke it out against all the creatures of Fairytale Land together. That is where the fun truly lies. Fairytale Fights is not a bad game by any means. Unfortunately, it's not a really great game. If the developers had had more time to polish up the game and fix a few of the issues here and there, Fairytale Fights could have been a must-have title for both the hardcore and the casual audience. However, as far as the casual audience goes, Fairytale Fights is still a fun game to play with your friends for a few laughs. If you have any questions, email me, keepcasual@keepcasual.com. Thank you.